Alright, so we already addressed the lat situation. Now your other biggest issue is what you do with your elbows. So if I can scoot back a little bit. Alright, so first what you do with your hips that causes this problem with the bar to come out is you use your hips a lot, but not in the right direction. So this is what a lot of CrossFitters tend to do, is as they pull the bar, they just throw their hips into the bar as hard as they can forward. So then you get this, okay? Which isn't necessarily bad if you have the arm action to help. So if I were to throw my hips and also pull the bar up at the same time, then it's not as bad, but it's still not so good. So what you want to think about when you're using that hip contact is instead of thinking about throwing your hips forward like this, you want to think about up. See the difference between forward and up? My hips aren't shooting this way, they're kind of coming up. So I like to think about it as I'm snatching, I'm using my hips up like a hand to lift the bar up in a straight path. Okay? So then hand in hand with that is making sure that my arm action is correct. Because if my arm action isn't correct, then what happens is if I throw my hips hard, the bar's coming out, and my elbows are back, then I'm still looping around. So how do we fix that? It's just like on a muscle snatch. You want to really focus on having your elbows high and tight, and most people, this is a really uncomfortable position, is here. But that's where you want to be. So when you throw your hips up, you come high elbows. See how the bar stays tight to the body and underneath. Okay? So the things you really want to focus on is hips together up, elbows high and tight, not this. Because as soon as I do that, the bar comes out. As soon as I throw my hips forward, the bar comes out. Unfortunately, there's not really very many drills for that. It's just having to practice it in action. Luckily, we do a lot of hang snatches, so that should help, and muscle snatches and panda pulls. That all helps with that. All right.